This 2021 Toyota Camry came to me with a electronic water pump fault code. Tested the pump, it wasn't working. Provided an estimate to the customer to change the water pump and thermostat. And when I lifted it up to drain the coolant, I discovered something kind of important, and I stopped at that point to reach out to the customer to let them know what I found. Here's some testing information you'll see on the photo for the electric pump, and I'm going to show you a video of me finding out what's really wrong here. All right, so I got this 2021 Camry here for overheating. Check engine light came on. It had a electric water pump code in there. So I did the self-test, ran the water pump, and it was only turning 150 RPM when it's commanded 3,000. So customer said, let's do the water pump. I said, well, let's do a thermostat too, because it's overheated and that can damage the thermostat, and it's next to the water pump. And he's like, all right, great, let's do it. So I get the engine cover off here to drain the coolant, and I get underneath and I'm like, what's all this coming down the front of the block? But it's to the right of the water pump and to the right of the thermostat housing. So I know it's not leaking from there. I'm like, where can it be coming from? So I get my borescope camera out and I go up above the starter, which, mind you, there's a bolt hanging out in front of the starter right there. Random bolt. Not sure why it's there, but anyways, you can see right up there. So there's the bolt hanging out between the block and starter. It's got to been, for the last several months. Like, it could be 6 months. Who knows? I mean, there's tons of buildup. And whoever's been changing the oil had to have seen the coolant coming down the block and down to the bottom of the oil pan. So why didn't they say something? We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I got my borescope camera out. I'll show you those photos of the pictures I took and show you what I found. So the coolant's been running down the front of the block. There's the random bolt that was between the starter and block. That's where the random bolt goes, holds that coolant pipe. Another photo of the coolant running down to the oil pan. And some more buildup on the front of the block where you can tell it's been leaking for a long time. And there happens to be the JB Weld or epoxy that someone's put on the front of the block. Once I noticed this, I went ahead and reached out to the customer. Instead of replacing the electric water pump and going about my way, I wanted to make sure the customer was aware of this epoxy / JB Weld on the front of the block, because he recently purchased the vehicle from a car dealer, and I feel as if somebody had to have known about this problem. He said they were pretty pushy when it came to him buying the extended warranty, and he's like, I'm buying a Toyota, it's got low mileage, I really don't know that I need that extended warranty. You guys do a thorough inspection of the vehicle prior to making the purchase and prior selling the vehicle. So, I've done business with you before. I'm not concerned about it. And I guess it comes down to somebody may have already known about this issue.